Hello everybody and welcome to Smack the Markets Trading Room Weekly Market Wrap for weekend in the 17th of August. Now this week has been the heart of the summer and it has been sort of typical summer trading as well. There has been some opportunities and we've managed to carve out some rather decent returns throughout the course of the week, but you have had to be rather patient. You know, there's been quite a lack of momentum for quite a period of time, and then it's a little bit like buses, nothing happens and then it all happens at once. And you've had to be like a little bit patient, stalking the right markets at the right time in order to be able to capture those moves. But nevertheless, we managed to sort of carve out around sort of 6% for the week, even though taking into account a silly trade that I took on the first opportunity of the week. So let's take a look at the opportunities and the trades that we took in the trading room this week. And when I do the weekly reports for the trading room, I do include warts and all. Now, this one was a trade on Kiwi CAD. It was a swing trade short, and some traders actually took it as a swing trade short. It was back here on the 4-hour time frame, back into the moving averages, and a trade to the short side. And as you can see, if you'd have taken it as a 4-hour trade, you would have had a successful trade. For me, I got into this on the break here. So it just sort of rolled over and I took a 15-minute trade here, and of course I got stopped out. So I was looking to try and sort of get a tighter opportunity to be able to maximize the reward. That one didn't work out for me, so I haven't included that in the results for the week. The next one was pound CAD, and there was quite a bit of activity on the Canadian dollar this week. And this one we managed to capture into quite nicely. So this was a 4-hour play. Back into the moving averages, again, break of a level on the lower time frames. And this was good for a 3-to-1 reward to risk. The next trade was on the Aussie dollar. Now, this one was on the 15th, and we identified this whilst we were doing the morning preparation work. So we can see that the market was in the context of a downtrend. It sort of pulled back into the moving averages, back into a couple of pivot points just above price action, nice small bearish candle, and we were actually expecting a little bit more from it. So it managed to capture a 1-to-1. Before the market returned, but we were expecting the market to roll over a bit more. But nevertheless, 1-to-1 is all we were given. The next one was here on Aussie yen. Now, this was an intraday opportunity, but more on a swing position. So this was a big level here on this market. It was a big 80 level. The market had bounced off the level, consolidated above it, and then we got the break, pull back to it, nice small bearish candle, back into the moving averages, bracketing that level. So it was a nice sort of tight reward to risk, and we were looking obviously for the trend to continue. Now that was the setup. The trade actually, it looks like it played out here, but it missed first target by a couple of pips before the market returned. So this one was actually a losing trade for us. The next one here was Euro Yen. Now this was an intraday trade, but it was based on the perspective and the analysis of a swing trade. So this one, we'd been stalking this actually all day, and there was a nice level here on the lower time frames, and we took this as a lower time frame trade because here on the 4-hour time frame, putting our stop above the high would have meant that the risk was just too great for the potential reward. So the market actually broke the level. Here's the 15-minute time frame. So once the market had broken the level, we looked for the pullback, and there was a bearish candle back into the moving average zone here underneath the level, where we were able to capture the position. So this was a good for a 3-to-1 reward to risk on this trade. I think some traders actually took it as a breakout with a stop above the high here. Either way, it would have been a successful trade. So it was a nice move, a fairly quick move actually on this one. This is what I mean by the momentum all comes at once when it comes. We got out down the bottom here, down at around 125, because it was a key level on the higher time frames, and there was significant support and resistance there. The last trade that we took was here on gold. This was on Thursday, and this was a 2-hour trade. In fact, we've been stalking the 4-hour and the 8-hour pretty much all day, and we're waiting for the markets to pull back into the moving averages, and then we were looking for some bearish action. This was a very early entry into this. This was a 2-hour time frame. We got the bearish candle that set up here. It was once that sort of set up, we bracketed the candle. Market sort of took its time to get down to 1-to-1, and it only sort of really spiked through 1-to-1 overnight. So from there, the market's then sort of like drifted sideways, and it sort of like ended up sort of round about the entry point at the moment. So with this, we've actually, or I've actually sort of closed out of this now, because I don't really want to hold this one open over the weekend. So this was a little 1-to-1 on gold. So that was the trading opportunities that we took in the trading room this week. For the traders that took the same trades and managed them the same way that I did, it was good for 6% return, which is not too bad for sort of market conditions. I know other traders have managed to sort of take sort of more trades, and other traders have managed to sort of manage them sort of slightly differently as well. But not a bad week, sort of considering the sort of price action and the sort of summer markets as well. Now the newsletter that we're doing, that we do on a weekly basis, we do 2 newsletters on a weekly basis, the markets to watch newsletters and the weekly market wrap as well. Those are going to sort of be put on hold for 2 weeks now. So we're going into a phase where we're going to be focusing on swing trading for the next 2 weeks, sort of through the remainder of the summer, and the newsletters will recommence at the beginning of September. So don't be alarmed if you don't receive them. They'll be back to normal service at the beginning of September. Hope it helps, and hope you enjoy them. Look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.